truth that you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison for your mind.
Greetings. Today I want to speak to you concerning the sowing of seed and how to those who sow the seed of prophecy, to them that prophecy is real. And the reason why I choose this topic is because many people fail to realize that whatever they sow, that is what they will also reap. And so we see, if you have a religious mentality, that's the seed you will sow and that the life you will reap. And if you have a mindset of being spiritual and you believe in spirituality and you sow that kind of mindset, that the result you will get also. And so we see when Neville met Abdullah and he started to study with Abdullah, he would have studied with Abdullah for about, say, 5 years. But around 1933, Neville had this burning desire to travel to Barbados to be with a family. And he went and he told Abdullah about this burning desire. And Abdullah showed Neville that whatever you sow, that is what would become real to you. And so Neville had no money, he had no work, he had no possible way, looking from his condition financially, whereby he could have afford a chip, because it was a time of Great Depression. But Abdullah taught Neville a principle that is so simple that you can look out in nature and see that principle. That whatever life is in the seed, that is what the seed will bring forth. And the Bible stresses it parabolically. That is why Abdullah also taught Neville that the Bible is a book of mind science and that it must be interpreted psychologically. Therefore, he taught Neville that whatever results that he would experience in his life, it all have to do with his psyche. It have to do with what seed he sows. Because whatever seed you sow, it's the prophecy. So many people have been sowing prophecy, and that prophecy have been becoming real to them. That is why what is happening in the world today, it seems real to a lot of people who have been sowing those kind of prophecy, ignorantly, not knowing that imagination creates reality, and they do not know that God in man is man's imagination. But we see where Abdullah taught Neville that God in man is man's imagination, and that everything was first a thought, everything was first an idea, everything was first imagined. And that was what has brought me now to show you whereby religious people who have been prophesying and sowing bad seed, they fail to realize that St. John 1 and 3 is speaking about man's imagination, where it says that all things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. I want to inform you that that him is not a man 2,000 years ago. It is just a personification that represents the human imagination, teaching that everything was first imagined, everything was first a thought, and everything was first an idea. So my brothers, my sisters, my encouragement to you is to be more conscious of what you are sowing. Because when you speak forth, you are actually affirming, and that affirming is prophesying. Therefore, you are to prophesy the most positive things that you would like to see in your life by having a more positive mentality and by learning to look inwardly instead of looking outwardly. So we see those people, what they have been reaping when they've been looking outwardly and they've been sowing outwardly and looking to this illusionary world for their reality as a conviction to what they believe. But I want to say to you, those of us who understand the laws of the mind and how the mind works, we know that it is our own thoughts that is creating our personality. Therefore, we hold ourselves more responsible for our thoughts and our actions. So it was only until when Neville was willing to put what Abdullah would have said to him to work in his life, that he proved for himself that the central character of the Bible is man's imagination. Therefore, he started to sow his seed more wisely. He started looking more inwardly through visualization, through meditation, scripting, journaling, and all of these things that are pointing you to look within. Therefore, my brother, my sister, my encouragement to you is to practice positive inner speaking. Because whatever you sow, you are prophesying in your life. And that what seems to be very much real to you when the harvest comes. So we see right now on the planet, many people living in fear. We see right now many people are speaking about destruction. We see many people speaking about the end of the world. We see many people are referring back to the Bible with their negative thinking and referring to these negative things by their false interpretation, and we know that that is their reality. So it's gonna be a waste of time, a waste of your energy trying to convince those people otherwise. The thing is that they have been left behind. We are now in a digital age and they are still trapped in an industrial age. And they're looking for the end to come when there is actually no end. Just look at the sea and you would realize that every river empties itself in the sea, and the sea have no beginning and the sea have no end. So too is our life. And this journey of life is from humanity to divinity. So my brother, my sisters, what I'm saying to you, be a wise sower. And a wise sower will always be a wise reaper. And all you have to do is understand that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. And that your thoughts are vibrational frequency. And they're going to give you the equivalent of whatever the thought entails. But when you act wisely and you understand alchemy, you can take your desire and transmute it into the equivalent of money. That is why you do not look to an outer economy to create your reality. You look to an inner economy to create your reality consciously. And that is the story Abdullah was teaching to Neville Goddard, that must become all of us reality if we must have the power to sell and buy without anyone using a system to control you and to allow you to give your power away to them. Therefore, my brother, my sisters, you are the one. You are the one. You are the chosen one. You are the Savior. You are the Redeemer. You are the Lord and Master of your destiny. So take control of your life by looking inwardly and understand that imagination, as I said before, is what creates reality. Therefore, sow your seed wisely. Your seed that you sow is your prophecy that must come to its fulfillment or manifestation. And all of that is actually speaking also about the law of attraction. Therefore, my brother, my sisters, create your life how you want it to be. So with that being said, my brother, my sisters, anyone who want to speak about chematology and want to speak about all of that, I just give it to you right there in a nutshell. You want to speak about African spirituality and what our ancestors believe in and what we must get back to, I just give it to you right there in a nutshell. That is why it is very important for us to teach our people how the Bible is used to keep them brainwashed and keep them in mental slavery. The way how it was interpreted to them, it was misinterpreted to them. Therefore, we must interpret the Bible the right way for people to understand that it's all about their mind and free themselves. That's why our ancestors are always saying, man, know thyself. And that's what I'm actually teaching. Just doing it in another way. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to say, if this is the very first time that you listen to me, what I'm saying, it makes sense to you, really resonates with you, and you have a subscriber already, I'm definitely encouraged to subscribe, to like, to comment, or to share this video. Also, if you like to follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, you can follow me at Black Mad Guru. And if you feel strongly to support this work anytime at all, if you feel strongly, remember that there's a link down below, a PayPal link. Feel free to check it out. Also, if you'd like to be a part of my Patreon community, you're most welcome. And I want to invite you there to a course that is there that is called The Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And it's all about you aligning yourself with nature. Get in alignment with nature and live your life the way how you definitely like it to be. But you must be in alignment. So if you feel interested to check it out, I'll definitely encourage you to do so. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to say peace, love you all. I'm out.